Hi, I'm Julia. Welcome to Julia Lives. Today I'm going to give you a full tour of the Chicago fashion outlets in Rosemont, Illinois, conveniently located near the O'Hare International Airport. If you drive a car here, you'll want to pay attention to where you park because there are hundreds of spots. All the parking is contained in one parking structure, so it's kind of all looks the same after a while. You'll see those green illuminated parking spots. Those are for electric cars if you need to charge your car while you wait. And I parked right next to one of the anchor stores here, Saks off 5th, and the entrance was right into the store. There's another entrance that's into the corridor next to the store, but either way works. So the mall is planned out absolutely masterfully. I don't think I've ever seen an outlet mall planned as well as this one. This is the shoe department in Saks off 5th. I found it a bit lacking, to be honest. The bottom of the mall that I'm going to show you first is the most like a traditional mall. It is all an outlet mall though. That I was very impressed by too, because sometimes when you go to outlet malls, the prices are the same as the regular stores. Not here. I would say they're all outlets. However, the bottom is again more of the typical malls. The top is where you're going to find all the high-end stores. So if you want to skip ahead to that, I think that's at about the 7-minute mark or so. But here we'll start off with the bottom of the mall first. There is a 7-Eleven here. There are not many stores in the area outside of the mall. So if you're staying at one of the hotels and you want to buy some snacks, that is a great option. You might also notice that people are carrying roller suitcases. So they're rolling their bags behind them. So if you are traveling and you don't want to leave your suitcase in the car, no problem. You'd fit right in. I saw dozens of people doing that. This was a Lindt store, and you'll find that there are food courts throughout the mall, especially on the bottom floor. This is just inside the Gap. It's pretty typical looking for a Gap. There was a crepe stand right in front of it and a seating area. And then we'll go down a little bit farther and I'll show you some of the other food court options as well. So the stores are planned so well because they group similar stores. So you'll find the Gap and Levi's and Old Navy all kind of grouped together, which made a lot of sense to me. And then you'll find shoe stores. This was the Pandora outlet store, so 30% off of everything in there. And so as you go along, again, you're going to find two children's stores that are grouped together. It just seems to make sense if you're trying to find a certain type of item. You'll see that the Nike store and the Under Armour store are right next to one another. How smart is that? This is the inside of the Nike store. It was a typical Nike outlet store in my mind. It was pretty big. It wasn't overcrowded though with shoppers, and I felt like the prices were comparable to any Nike outlet. There are tea shops, there are other specialty shops throughout the mall as well. And here's the food court. Of course, every mall has to have a pretzel stand. There were more than one. I had one of those Molly's cupcakes. It was great. It was fresh. It was delicious. They have Sbarro. Again, every mall has to have a Sbarro somewhere in it. But I did find that the food court too was clean. It was maintained. And there's another tea shop too. There are little kiosks set up around as well that aren't necessarily in the food court. Here, of course, is the Crocs outlet because that's just such a popular item. Again, I thought I'd show you some of the stores inside. There was Build-A-Bear. And then we'll go into, again, they've got everything together. American Eagle, Hollister, Abercrombie, right next to each other if you're looking for that type of clothing. The children's stores are grouped right next to the motorized animals. Somebody in the marketing department deserves a promotion for that idea. Now we'll head upstairs so you can see all the high-end shopping. We'll start off here with Bloomingdale's. And you may notice that Bloomingdale's really capitalizes on the idea that this is an outlet. There is the word out in several of their signs that just really made me chuckle. So they had 70% off. They have a lot of high-end goods within the Bloomingdale's store itself. You'll find Gucci, you'll find other high-end purses and sunglasses, and they are available at discounted prices. I always appreciate it when you hit that like button. It does something to the YouTube algorithm so that more people will see these reviews. You'll find UGG and Vineyard Vines, Lululemon, and of course a Starbucks within reach with that group of stores. And it looks like the UGG store always has a special of the week. Here is their style of the week. Those slippers are so popular right now. I have to put in a plug for Burberry. Years ago, I bought a shirt, 20 years ago to be exact, at an outlet mall. Here is that exact shirt. Look, it still stands up. If I wear this today, I get compliments. So you might want to check in Burberry. Now, a lot of these stores, you had to be let in. Prada, you had to be let in. You can't just walk in. And you'll see in a moment at the Gucci store, there is a line. There's always a line outside of Gucci from what I was told. So if you are looking to purchase some of those types of items, you may have to wait. It wasn't terribly long, but again, it just is, I think the security and so forth, they only let in a certain number of shoppers at a time. Jimmy Choo, same thing. There was an entrance, so you couldn't just walk in. You had to be let into the store if you're interested in those. They're all flocking to Lululemon, and I will say this was a great outlet store. There are racks and racks of leggings and tank tops and everything Lulu that you could ask for. And the prices were pretty good too, as you'll see there, and lots of selection. So plenty of space to move around as well. I'd say I would hit that one up if you like their clothes because they have a lot to offer. Employees were very nice too who were working that day. No one was manning the psychic reading kiosk, but it does look like you can also have a psychic reading while you're there if you'd like to do that. There's the line for Gucci that I mentioned earlier, so not terribly long. The Coach outlet was fairly good size too. You'll see it here. I'd say that's a pretty big store for a Coach outlet. It went back some too. So if you're looking for Coach, this would be a great place to stop by when you're visiting.